Hey everyone, it's Manasvi here. Today, let's delve deeper into real discussion about something that's been having a major impact on a plethora of teens' minds lately: the increasing stress surrounding grades. Is it just me, or have you noticed how it feels like each generation of teenagers is getting more and more stressed out about their grades? Well, let's break it down together. Did you know that according to the American Psychological Association's Stress in America survey conducted, teenagers actually resulted in having higher stress levels compared to adults, with the average stress level reported by teens being 5.7 out of 10. That's right, the pressure is real. Take my friend Sarah, for example. She's a high school junior who spends hours and hours scrolling on social media every day. She's bombarded with those flashy success stories like drop out of school and become a millionaire. Sounds tempting, doesn't it? But wait a minute. Do these stories actually make her feel better about her own grades? Or do they just make her feel like she's not measuring up to The truth is, Sarah often finds herself feeling pressurized to achieve big things while even finishing high school. Not only does those countless hours of scrolling make her feel like she's not measuring up, but they also waste a lot of time and are the reasons teens face challenges. For instance, Sarah knows that she should be studying, but what does she do instead? She spends hours and hours scrolling and scrolling on social media till she realizes she wasted all of her time and now gets stressed on about her instant workload. This is why it is important to maintain a balance between entertainment and daily work. And then there's Sarah's history teacher. He's always telling his students they're more than just a letter grade. But let's be real. When it's report card time, don't they still feel like their entire worth is tied up to those numbers and letters? Are they buying into the whole grades define you narrative, even when they know deep down it's not true? Let's not forget about privilege either. Many of Sarah's classmates have all the bells and whistles, fancy schools, tutors, you name it. But does having all that stuff actually make them feel less stressed about grades? Or does it just add more pressure to live up to these high expectations? So what's the deal? Are we going to continue stressing about grades more and more with each passing generation? According to a study published in the Journal of Abnormal Psychology, rates of psychological distress, depression, psychological distress, and suicidal thoughts have increased immensely among teens and young adults. That's a concerning trend, isn't it? It's extremely important to acknowledge the stress teenagers face due to academic pressure and where it can lead. It can start off with really petty things like being annoyed or not having time to socialize, but without the correct guidance, it can lead to major issues such as mental health issues, depression, anxiety, suicide, and whatnot. It's vital for parents, educators, and society as a whole to provide support and tools to help teens cope effectively. This includes creating open and supportive environments at home and in school, offering access to mental health professionals, and providing resources like apps, self-help materials, and community support groups. Prioritizing teens' mental health being is necessary for building a healthier and stronger generation. Now, speaking of stress, let's talk about how to handle it. Telling your parents you're stressed can be tough, but it's essential to communicate openly with them. And you know what's frustrating? Our parents just don't seem to get it. They grew up in a different time when things were not as crazy as they are now. So when we're trying to explain how overwhelmed we're feeling, it's like we're speaking a different language. But here's the thing, we need to find a way to bridge that gap and communicate with them effectively. Instead of saying, I'm stressed, try explaining how a never-ending stream of assignments and exams leaves you with no time to relax or pursue your passions. Help them understand that it's not just about getting good grades. It's about finding balance and staying mentally healthy. You can start by finding a quiet moment to sit down with them and express how you're feeling. Overwhelmed by the pressure of grades, remember, they only want what's best for you and will likely support your decision. I know, many parents won't understand when we're feeling stressed, but the way we approach them is a big game changer. And guess what? There are some unique ways you can tackle stress too. Ever thought about creating a stress-free zone in your room, decorated with calming colors and comfy pillows to make it your own personal oasis? Or how about finding art therapy? Channel your stress into creativity by painting, drawing, or sculpting your feelings. And don't forget to have regular nature escapes to recharge your body, whether it's a hike in the woods or a stroll on the beach. Spending time in nature can work wonders for your stress levels. Yes, I do understand many teens have packed schedules with school, activities, etc., and finding time to do such things can be tough. But connecting with the wilderness is very important for well-being. Instead of going out for a walk for an hour every day, try to have outdoor study sessions or walk to school if it's close to you. Take 5 to 10 minutes break between study sessions. Take a few minutes to leave your thoughts on a piece of paper before bed. Eventually, it's all about finding what's best for you. Don't be afraid to try out different things and experiment until you find what helps you. Feel calm and centered. And remember, reaching out for support from friends, family, or trusted adult is a sign of strength, not weakness. Let's talk it out and find ways to support each other in managing our stress. Together, we can break the cycle and create a healthier, happier environment for ourselves and future generations.